it seems to me that there's a recurring thing where DXM usage causes technical malfunctions at specific times.
I have to agree with you there.
Like maybe if you're at the peak of your trip, that's probably um, where the most of your energy is, um, if that has anything to do with it. If I mean, like, if your energy is trying to create something like uh, paranormal, I guess, and maybe you don't even know it that it does. Like, I've heard certain schizophrenics they see these auras around people. What do you think about that?
Um,
Do you know what an aura is?
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I've heard certain schizophrenics tell me they see these auras around people's outlines.
hmm
And it made me think about like the visual tint that comes with certain drug usage. Well, specifically in regards to DXM, I've noticed I get this or like when I trip, like legitimately trip, there's like this orange red um, visual tint that comes.
Interesting.
I don't know if that's just my aura or if that has anything to do with the substance. So maybe I don't
That
know.
is really interesting because uh, bromine is orange and red.
What?
Um, I mean, the most common form is dextromethorphan hydrobromide. So, um, bromine or bromide is orange.
Oh, are you talking about the triple C's?
No, I'm not talking about quercetin.
Oh, so it's not quercetin. Okay. So like,
It's
what you're saying? The element bromide is orange?
yes.
Oh, okay. Uh, huh. That's interesting. Yeah, that is interesting. What a coincidence. That is quite
Yeah,
the coincidence right there.
lots of orange themes.
Damn, maybe there's something to that.
hmm
So, how do you know that bromide is orange?
Well, I've seen videos of bromide or bromine, and it's a pretty volatile substance similar to chlorine, uh, and it gives off a red orange gas. Chlorine gives off a sort of yellowy white gas.
Interesting. Oh, I did not know about those specifics. That is interesting.
Well,
Yeah,
you learn something new every day.
definitely. Yeah, yeah. Um, what I was talking about before, uh, with DXM usage and um perception filtration. See, it's like, okay, there's this area of your brain that filters perception, and in order for psychedelics to become active, the posterior cingulate cortex cuts off connections to the medial prefrontal cortex because um, with that uh, there's no like filtration system, if that makes sense. Like, I think it varies from person to person if they have strong connections between their posterior cingulate cortex to their default um, prefrontal cortex. The medial prefrontal cortex.
What does this mean?
um, the how like so you're wondering like, okay, how can I explain this? Um, so you know how with psychedelics you get enhancement of perception or cross sensory perception.
Yes.
That's because um, the medial prefrontal cortex becomes more active and more connections are made as the connection between the posterior cingulate cortex and the medial prefrontal cortex is disconnected for whatever reason. It has to do with filtering perception. I don't know what all the specifics are, but Psychic Substance, he brought that to my attention. He was the
Alright.
one that originally um, brought me to that awareness.
I hardly remember what we were talking or thinking about.
Oh, you were talking about how bromide was orange,
Hmm.
and it, you know, uh, is bromide like a? I'm speaking out of ignorance here, but like, is it like a rock? You know, something that comes from nature.
Not necessarily. When we when we talk about bromide and chloride or hydrochloride or whatever, um, like you could have, well, actually, the average drug or chemical or whatever is a hydrochloride, which means it uses a chlorine atom or something like that. And it breaks it off into the free base version and it does its effects. Um, so, in theory, right, there's DXM citrate, um, there's
Yes,
DXM
that does exist.
chlorohydrate, and DXM hydrobromide. I don't know why we don't have DXM chlorohydrate. Maybe it's poisonous or something.
Okay. Um. So, where does bromide come from? Like originally, what is the origins of bromide?
That is something I would have to look up. Something I'd have to research. I'm pretty sure it's one of the, either, it's one
So
of,
how do you know
it is,
bromide is orange?
hold on, it's either one of the, very, noble gases or the very reactive gases.
So you're for sure that bromide is orange, right?
Yes, I know that it's orange and
And we're
red.
not just talking about we're not just talking about triple C's or whatever.
No, no, no. We're talking about reality. Yes, bromine is orange.
Wait, bromine or bromide?
Bromine or bromide. Practically the same thing, I'd say. Or
Bromine and bromide.
they're not the same thing, but if you look up bromine, it is red and orange and yellow.
What, like, is it gas? Is it just a gas thing? Does it just exist as a gas, or does it have an
Okay, so
origin?
bromine seems to be the red one, the gaseous one. Bromine is red, gaseous, and then bromide is white powder.
So you're saying like it's really like the gases are orange, but the bromide is white.
Hold on. A bromide ion is the negatively charged form of the element bromine. A member of the halogens group on the periodic table. Most
Yeah.
bromides are colorless.
Oh, okay. So when they become like a solid thing, they're just colorless.
Like, yeah, when it's a solid powder, bromide is a colorless substance. But when it is a gas, bromine is orange and red.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Now it makes sense.
That
So,
that was incredible.
yeah.
Like
Hang on a second.
how it's incredible how difficult it was to come to that conclusion, even though it's so obvious.
Yeah, I just had to make sure I was signed in. Uh, anyway. That's interesting. So, but yeah, we were talking about how electrical disturbances or electrical malfunctioning
Yeah.
be related to gaseous irritation.
Okay,
I don't know
so
if that is
is bro.
scientific.
Here we go. Oh, I know what to say. Is bromide capable of disrupting electronic communications or Wi-Fi, etc.? Does bromide or bromine interrupt technology? And if so, to what extent, under what circumstances, and if you have a significant amount of bromide in you, can you cause electrical disturbances?
But I mean, isn't that a thing? Like, certain gases may cause electrical things to like just go out haywire. You know, is that a
Yeah,
thing?
that
Yeah,
that
yeah, I
is a
figured that was a
thing.
thing.
It's but I wonder, like, hmm,
Frederick Charleston, I need to come sign in. Alan Burke, come sign in.
uh, man, I have a bad memory.
Well, it seems like you do know certain things like very well.
Well, I'm not dumb.
Of course not. No, yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of confused right now, trying to think of things.
Yeah. Yeah. Um. Yeah. So, in regards to gases causing electrical malfunction, um, I'm wondering if that. I mean, if that's a scientific fact.
I'm gonna look up how an EMP works.
EMP. What does EMP stand for?
Electromagnetic prevention, I think.
Oh, okay, cool. If this gets uploaded, any viewers would be very educated by the end of this video.
I need to use the bathroom, so I will be back in a minute.
Oh yeah, yeah, no worries. Yeah. Take your time.
Very good. Sign in.
Hey, what's up?
Frederick Charleston, sign in. Sign in.
I'm back.
All right. Cool. And we're getting into a very interesting topic because it seems like you, my friend, are a man of science,
Yes.
and that's good. Um, I know physiology, pharmacology, and neurology. You know chemicals.
Yep.
You see,
We make a good team.
yeah, yeah, you know all about the chemicals. You know the structure of them, the
How they break down.
how they break down. So that's related to pharmacology in a certain way. Uh,
Uh-huh.
what else?
See, I'm
Neuro.
interested in where these chemicals go, when and why, you know? So you being uh full of knowledge about the brain and body and stuff. That's pretty awesome.
Much appreciated. Yes. Yeah, it's taken years for me to um, know as much as I do. Like it's
Hmm.
there's always a lot of gray areas that I have to seek out to see if um if I'm leaving any plot holes, within uh whatever it is that I'm coming up with.
inspired, working, like, what if we could
What if
just...
everyone was not a criminal for smoking weed? That would be a paradise.
That would be a paradise, of course. I don't
Wouldn't it, though?
I don't understand weed being illegal anywhere. It's like the dumbest fucking thing ever.
It fucking wouldn't even kill a baby. Jesus.
Exactly.
And that tells you something. Right there.
Mhm.
I don't get angry about many things, but when it comes to the topic of marijuana, it is a serious issue.
Yeah.
Because we know why it's illegal. We know exactly why it's illegal, and that needs to be stopped.
Like, people have had lack of access to things that make them feel good and make their life feel, um, you know, valuable. And,
Yeah.
like, I just don't understand why our culture is like this. Like, what the hell went wrong?
Went wrong with what exactly?
Okay, well, we used to always use, like, shrooms and stuff.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, like we always had those hallucinogens around to tap into our spirituality.
And then
Uh,
eventually, someone came up with the idea, drugs are bad. It's like, what? Why the hell would you say that after like 17,000 years of us consuming drugged nutrients, mushrooms and plants and shit like that?
yeah,
It's
yeah. I mean, like, and the fact that nature is against the law is fucking hilarious, man.
yeah.
That shit fucking kills. That shit fucking kills me. Like mushrooms growing out of the ground. You pick that up, you're going to prison. Jesus fuck.
It's insane.
And what's actually like sad is that that's actually true. That's actually true. And I can't fucking believe that that's actually true. Pick up a fucking mushroom off the ground, then you go to prison because it gets you high instead of the other mushroom that causes you to get mushroom poisoning and die.
There's clearly something wrong with humanity right now.
Seems like, the government doesn't want people tapping into their higher consciousness for whatever reason. Yeah. So, hey, you've been recording this whole time, right?
Yep.
Cool, cool.